Why can't we just go on to new all-time highs? Just turn everything around and boom, off we go to the races again. Answering that question requires a bit of knowledge of psychology and the way people behave in one of the few arenas investing where the laws of supply and demand don't hold true. Think about this. When things are cheap, like in 1982, when the Dow Jones was 777, and the PE ratios, the price earnings ratios were like 6, PE ratio of 6. You couldn't even give stocks away at that time. Why? Because the psychology had been ingrained with inflation, and well, stocks weren't the place to be. Money markets were, interest rates were soaring, so there was zero interest in the market. Fast forward to January 2021, when our investment markets, Bitcoin, tech stocks, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, all ran up to fantastic heights. Heights never seen before in the history of investing. The psychology was totally different. Everybody wanted to get invested. Of course, not everybody, but a great majority of people with liquid money didn't like what was available in interest rates. So the low yields drove them away. So they became very interested in taking more risk and putting money into things like Bitcoin and stocks, driving PE ratios, price earnings ratios up to 20, 30, 50, 100 times because, well, they would tell you, as they always do, it's different this time. This is a totally different world and old valuations don't apply. Well, my friends, they always do apply and they always come back to haunt people. But the psychology is important. Consider 1929. The market crashed in 1929, and as usual, it had the greatest number of interested people in it that time. So it became an instrument of financial destruction. But when stocks hit bottom in June, July of 1932, and they were arguably giveaway at 90% down from the peaks, nobody had the money, nobody had the inclination, and certainly nobody wanted to hear stocks and investing. And that persisted to the point that the market didn't surpass its 1929 peak until, 1958. That's a long time. Psychology takes a long time to rebuild, and it's one reason after markets are fractured that they have to go down, stay down, and be dead for a long time and build a base because the psychology is not right. A generation or two of people have to forget the lessons, and this is why I say history always repeats itself, because people don't learn the generational lessons because they're not genetic in nature. They don't automatically transfer from one generation to the next. Hope that explains it. Give me a like and a follow. Much more to come. Thanks.